Hey, this is Scott. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We cover a variety of different data science analytics topics, everything from open discussions, which we'll have today, to software demonstrations, both open source as well as commercial platforms. So today I wanted to jump into the book and cover a little section on that. So let me share my screen and cue that up. And so move a couple of things around. So yeah, let's get into it. So I wanted to talk about, let's see, I want to talk in this about some analytics program difficulties, the organization and culture. So what often hampers organizations is not the technology, and that actually is going to be played out big into our new book which we're writing right now on how to be successful, both from culture and technology. But in the first book, we did talk about some program difficulties, and I just want to do a short video on some of those. Again, I try to keep these pretty short, 5 to 10 minutes a piece. So let me go through a few examples of where organization and culture are actually the problem and not technology themselves. So in this first one, we tried a pilot predictive modeling project. The team was involved and we really enjoyed the project. However, the outcomes were not stellar and another corporate initiative got started. So all the members got pulled in several different directions. I wish we had paused to figure out how we could do it better. So much for continuous learning and improvement. So this obviously is, a lack of commitment by the organization. So analytics is not a short game, it's a long game, and you have to be committed to it, right? So leadership has to buy into it. And then you will run into certain projects that are not successful. But in the long game, those companies that are really investing in data, staff, and committed to IT, we brought in a new analytics system. We had a big kickoff by the CEO, and then IT was sent away to install and configure the system, which took 6 months. The IT team was extremely excited about the system. We rolled it out to the business, but they never really adopted it. And so at times they used it, but they only scratched the surface, 10%, license was expensive, and it was dropped. So this is really the lack of laying the foundation, right? And the lack of tightly coupling the business to IT, to all of the people involved in the analytics program. So everything from project managers, essentially aligning the organization all together about and setting expectations of what the system will do. And so the bottom line here is the business has to be involved from day one, and you have to set very specific and clear goals that everyone agrees to ahead of time. So another example is we started a data science program and hired 4 really bright graduates who were eager to start their careers. Everyone seemed on board, but in the end, most of the data science projects turned out to be data sourcing, DBA and analyst functions, database administration and analyst functions, and data quality projects, simple reporting or PET, not data science projects. Within 18 months, we lost all 4 of our data scientists. So the feedback we got was, this is not data science. I want to be a data scientist. And this really happens too often. In fact, there was a nice blog on Data Science Central that was related to new junior data scientists and setting expectations. You will have to spend a lot of time as a new data scientist cleaning data, sourcing data, and all of those type things. But in the end, the organization needs to set clear from day one that there's going to be some dirty work and there'll be some exciting projects. And so the other half of this equation is the organization not really knowing what data science can do for them. And so again, it's a marriage between the data science group or the analytics group with the business itself, the alignment. Another example, we have a very successful business intelligence program that started years ago and is evolved into visual interactive analytic dashboards with great capability. Our BI team wants to take it to the next level, but doing predictive analytics and machine learning, but leadership thinks that we have all we need, doesn't want to invest any more money. So we know that the dashboard is not predictive and can only address a small number of business variables at a time. So, the bottom line here is leadership doesn't really get it. And the predictive side and the evolution for most organizations is to start with BI. And you just really need the right people dedicated to the right projects so that you can prove to the organization the true value of predictive analytics. And the other side of this coin is that if you don't do that and you have really smart people, that they're going to leave because AI and analytics is just too ripe right now. I mean, there's just really some good jobs, and good people are not going to stick around for a very nearsighted leadership team. And then this last example, so we hired some data scientists that are specialized in AI. My group needs some help as we deal with only small samples, and the AI group says that it won't work. And they say they need more data to train models. It seems like our brightest bulbs cannot help with higher problem. I went to a conference and I know there are statistical methods that can help, but these experts only speak ML and AI. I can't do this on my own, how disappointed. And this is so true. So data scientists, the big player right now, the big push is everything about training, machine learning models, AI models, which typically do require a lot of data, but you can do a lot with small data. And that's just, it's one of the reasons we wrote the book, right? We wrote this book to educate. There are things that you can do with simulation. There are things that you can do with statistical methods. There's things that you can do with other optimization methods. And so it's really a lack of education on the data science group themselves. So everybody needs to be trained up, not just the data science group. Everybody needs to understand, and it looks like this person did get the fact that you can do things with statistical methods. It's just the data science group that doesn't understand that. So again, that's the reason we wrote the book. The book is out on Amazon. You can pick it up. It has everything to do about that education. We cover a lot about the non-technical pieces in the organization as well, trying to get everyone aligned. And we really try to separate the hype from reality and give you a very broad view of things. So, if you're going to be a practicing data scientist or someone in analytics, you need to know the full spectrum. That's the way we view it. And so my analogy there is you don't practice medicine without knowing the entire body. So don't malpractice don't be accused of malpractice in analytics without the full spectrum of knowledge as well. So anyway, I hope that was useful, and I hope to see you again very soon.